Good evening, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. How's everybody doing? It is come time for the first episode of the Thick and Spooky Ghouls podcast. Hope y'all can hear me nice and clearly. We've got the amazing Mesoothornye on standby on the Discord right now, just waiting to be, there. So um, yeah, palms are sweaty. So much sweat, so nervous. So today is our pilot episode for the Thick and Spooky Ghouls, and then we are basically setting up for our podcast segment, which is going to be for the spooky spectacle for the Chesticles, which is going to be on Friday, October 20th till the 22nd. Me and Miso will both be. I will be ending the 21st, and she will be starting the 22nd. So our segments are going to be from 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 4 hours with our beautiful faces is what's going on with that. So that's what we've got going on this weekend. I'm nervous. Hopefully you guys enjoy. And let's get just chatting. Hello, everybody. So I'm very excited. What's much confused? What's wrong, Moffle? Palms are sweaty. I'm so confused. I am confused by your much confused comment. But anyways, hi you guys. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Today we are doing our first, charity segment, but I just wanted to talk about, the raffle prizes for people that donate during my segment or during my streams and during Miso's streams for this entire month. We've got, we've got our bracelets, we've got our booby stickers, which I've packaged in cute little package. So you've got your whole set in this little package that even says for you. Well, it's kind of hard to tell in this one. There you go. You can kind of see it in there. Maybe I can show it with this one where the boob is a little more. Hold on. See, they're like 10 different booba sets being given away. We've got our booby saber bracelets and then our cute little speeders. And then we've got our dice bags, which I need to get from Moffle at some point so that we can give that away. Let's go ahead and show off the beautiful, beautiful Mesoothornye. It's going to be her first time on camera on Twitch, you guys. So show her lots and lots and lots of love. All right. Hello, beautiful Miso.
Hello.
Anyways, we decided to be spooky sisters, and she is dressed as Wednesday Addams, and I went with Sabrina Spellman. So, doesn't she look great, you guys? She looks so cute.
You look great. You look great. It's giving Sabrina.
I'm glad. Can I get a woo? Ah. And Baguette says, "Hey, Miso." And Waffle says, "Hi, hi, 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 hi."
Lovely, wonderful people.
I know. So, if you couldn't tell, we're both a little nervous. I've got, I don't know if you guys can actually see my hands shaking, but it is actually shaking on stream. Whew, we've got notes and stuff like that. So, yeah, we're going to talk about two different topics. Our thing is, there's not going to be a frequent podcast. Me and her were doing this for fun for the charity segment, and then if it went well, we were going to do it again for the December charity segment. And if people like him enough and like to hear spooky stories about some supernatural paranormal shit, I figured maybe we can try this once a month. So we're gonna do this and feel it out, you guys. So I'm excited.
I just can't get over how much
know.
better your camera is. Mine's like,
well, you'll
makes
get
it spookier.
But see, I told you I cropped everything rather nicely.
Yes.
So
you
it's
guys
cropped
can see
well.
all my nonsense. My shame.
All right. So we've got two topics for you guys today. I'm going to start off the topics today. Hello, my beautiful Jericondra. Hi, 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 hi. Can we get a shout out for the beautiful Jericondra, please? My waifu, my cosplay waifu, who is the latex queen, who I got to meet face to face during Thicc anime, and oh my god, I got to hang out with her for the whole weekend pretty much.
Jealous.
And I was so delighted. Actually, I got a good picture with her, and it was my profile picture on my Facebook. I think it still might be my profile picture on my Facebook. But yeah, it was great. It was so nice. We got to have some food together. We got to hang out in the hotel and talk and eat some. Well, I ate snacks and drank wine. She just drank wine. Speaking of which, I forgot my wine. I
Oh
forgot
no.
my wine. I got everything
Sinful.
set up, but I forgot my wine. Hold on, I gotta grab my wine. I'll be
Get
back.
that wine.
I'll be back.
Go
I'll be
get that
back. I'll be back while I'm away. While I'm away. Hold on. While I'm away. Hold on. Hold on. While I'm away. Oh God, that's the wrong screen. While I'm away, take a look at the flyers. I'll be back. I need my wine.
Look at those flyers. Hey, we got everybody all filled up. Giggity. Chesticles. Chesticles.
All right, I got my wine.
Giggity,
I got
giggity,
my wine. I
giggity.
got my wine. I got my wine. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. All right, I got my wine.
Yay, wine. I have
Wine.
stuff, but if I do it, I might not be able to read so well.
That's my concern. I'm like, maybe I should have that as like I was gonna do a wheel because my plan of the giant pumpkin. Anyways, I was gonna do a wheel on how that can be established, and one of the things was like, take a hit. I'm like, no. I'm probably
Might
not
make
gonna do the
things funnier.
hit. No, because then I will not be able to read my notes, and we will be spending 4 hours of me not knowing what to do, talking about nonsense, and
It just turns into a normal chatting. Just chatting.
That's what she said. Giggity. And oh, you want to see my outfit? Sure.
It's
All
so
right.
cute.
You guys, I need to get a bigger dress. I've gained a little bit of weight since I last wore this dress. So it's just, oh my God. Let's not look at my freaking legs. Jesus, you guys. Don't look at those
I think
chunky
it
legs.
looks fabulous. Stop it. I'll have to beat you up.
But yeah,
I'll get the spurts bottle.
Oh, and this one has pockets as well, but I don't like the fact that because I have such a big butt, like the pockets kind of like stick out right here because of my waist. But yeah, I've got my Sabrina Spellman outfit today, and I kind of wish we could see the entire outfit from Miso. Maybe Miso will send like a picture of her outfit or something.
See, I can try to stand up here. Let's see.
Hold on
I'm really
one
sure
second.
it might not be so easy.
I don't know how we're gonna make
Let's
this
see.
work, but I cropped
Let's
it
see.
so tight.
No.
Oh my
Let's see.
goodness.
I'm so short.
All I see is boobs. All I see is
Yeah,
boobs. It's
that's all
great.
you're gonna see.
It's
It's just boobs.
Hey, we're trying to raise money for the boobs. It works. Is
it working?
It's not focusing on your face. You're just blurry. You're just really blurry. The camera's like, I can't focus.
Down. Oh God. No, I ruined it. Yeah, I have to send a picture later. I don't have the fancy softwares.
You guys can see why I chose this beautiful lady to do this crazy thing with me, and I was really excited that she was like, "Yeah, let's do it." I'm like, "Really? Like, what?
Positively.
What? Okay."
It's an honor.
But she was confused.
Omelet. It's an omelet serving with you.
We do like boobs, you guys. I'm actually already working on the series 2 of my spooky boobas, but they're not spooky boobas. They're like superhero boobas. And
Yes.
I've already finished the Raven one. And I want to work on the Starfire one. So I'm pretty excited. But yeah, and we're going to do a Power Girl one. I'm going to figure out how to make Power Girl work with that. I want to do the lanterns, but that's going to be a lot more complicated because you have to make the sigils for each lantern. So this is why you love me so yeah. But yeah, I was so excited when she was all like, yeah, let's do this. And then I'm like, yeah, so we're gonna talk about paranormal shit. And she's like, I don't have stories. I'm a skeptic. And well, like, not our stories, other people's stories. So today I will be discussing alien abductions.
I would love to go ghost hunting with you, though.
Oh my God, I want to go on a ghost tour. Me and my sister went on one in San Antonio, and I really enjoyed it. So,
Yes,
yeah.
Portra.
Yeah, this is Miso's first time showing her face on Twitch, and I take it as a great honor that she's just like, I'll show my face for your stream. Because I was literally just going to have me talking to her little peeing GTuber like it was like a puppet. Like, that's what I originally had planned. I'm like, if she doesn't want to show her face, that's fine. I can literally just talk to her peeing GTuber like it's a puppet or something. I don't know. We're going to figure this out. Or
I feel like I make so many weird faces, so you're going to have to pardon that. My eyes already watering.
So we are focusing on raising money for the entire month of October for Keep a Breast Foundation. It is a great charity that focuses on the boobas for everyone, and I mean everyone. Women, men, she's, theys, thems. And yeah, I'm really excited for the cause. And like I said, it's a group that was put together by a bunch of artists. What they would do is they would cast survivors' breasts, do some beautiful artwork on the casts, whether it be painted, whether they just like do some kind of designing of some sort that's very artistically done. And that just grew from that. They're also the ones that have the I Love Boobies bracelets. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but they have the I Love Boobies bracelet. But I wanted to make my own bracelets, which are the Booby Saver ones, because we're saving the boobies, okay? So it's a great cause, and if you wanted to donate to the charity, it's C Donate, and if you do, you will get added to the raffle, which is going to be for some spooky booba heart stickers that I've made, and bracelets, and some creepy little spiders that are so cute, which is the Keep a Breast Foundation colors. Like, these are so, I'm sorry, guys. And then my friend that gave me the spiders, because I was gonna buy them from her, and she just donated it. She made a trans one and gave me a cute little trans one. But yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So I've got the little
so
trans one on my desk right now. But yeah, so we've got the Keep a Breast Foundation spiders, what I call them, because of the color scheme that I chose for them. So they're like these bubblegum pink spiders with lavender eyes. They're very, very cute. So, and it's custom. Yeah, it's custom. It makes it a little more unique. So if you want to donate to a good cause, it's a cause that I will greatly support. And like I said, breast cancer has affected me closely. Yes, honey?
Sorry, I was talking to my husband.
Okay. So it's really close to home, and my mother herself was a breast cancer survivor. My mother herself was someone that was one of the first people to take the chemotherapy and the medication, like back in the day when they started chemo. She was like one of the first ones to go through it. So she was a breast cancer survivor. Unfortunately, we lost her to pancreatic cancer, which is another cancer that is cancer just sucks, you guys. Cancer really, really sucks. So anything you can do to help a charity to help prevent and keep their word out there, keep their services out there, is greatly appreciated. Yeah, cancer is not great. So today, the way it's gonna work is you're probably just gonna look at our faces. I'm sorry if it seems like I'm looking at the screen, but really I'm looking at my notes. I will try not to read my notes. I have two different note types that I took. This one is a little more of verbiage notes versus the one that I have for the charity event is bullet points, so that I get reminders of what I'm supposed to talk about. So my notes are a little different for this segment. So yeah, I might have to be like, hold on. I mentioned that. Hold up. There we go. This is where we're at. So I'm going to be finding myself. I'm going to try my hardest. And so my topic today is going to be about some aliens. And I believe Miso's topic is about a cryptid. Is a Wendigo a cryptid? What kind of creature is a Wendigo?
Yes, it's folklore, cryptid. You know, I think cryptid pretty much covers it. Folklore, cryptid, myth.
Yeah. So that's who she's covering today. So we're going to start with,
Wendigo.
yeah, I actually don't know anything about them, so I get to learn about them today from Miso. So we're going to start on our podcast. I guess I just start talking now. I guess this is like, hey, let's talk and go. All right. So my topic is Snippy the horse. This case was in 1967, and it happened in Alamosa, Colorado, which the population back at the time was 6,000 people. And this case in particular is one of like the first actual reported cases of UFO abductions of livestock. And unfortunately, for those of you guys that are sensitive to animals, mutilation. So this is the story of the extraterrestrial horsetail that reached the stars, is what I call it. So Snippy the horse. So the year is in 1967. And let's just give you guys a little breakdown. This is happening in St. Louis Valley. Is it Louise? St. Louis Valley, I think is what it's pronounced like. And it actually was a hot spot for a lot of UFO sightings, alien encounters, and like, I think for this area alone, it was like 12,000 cases that were reported by Project Blue Book. So that was from
Holy shit.
so that was from 1947 to 1969. So this place has a lot of UFO sightings, a lot of alien encounters, even some proclaimed UFO abductions. But yeah, they are documented in Project Blue Book. And so, yeah.
In Project Blue Book, I'm pretty sure that's what was just declassified, right? With all like the alien information.
I don't believe it. I feel like they say everything is
Yep.
fake, and I feel like, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness, yeah.
They just wanted to make the burgers.
This does have some witnesses that we'll talk about it, which basically you know, are of respected people. So people that are talking about this have like status that is like, you know, going to be affected by them talking about some crazy stuff like aliens. So, all right. So there was a judge named Charles Bennett and his who lived with his wife, and they reported seeing 3 orange circles flying over them at high speeds. They could hear loud humming noises, and that is the same night that something else happened. There was hold on, let me see. Why did I have that note ahead of something else? All right, so this was actually the same night that the unfortunate encounter happened with Snippy the horse. But let's start off with Snippy was actually originally named Lady. So Lady, who is now famously known as Snippy the horse, was about 3 years old, and she was an Appaloosa mare. An Appaloosa mare is a spotted horse, like yeah,
Expensive horses.
yeah. And she was owned by this lady named Nellie. And Nellie.
Whoa, Nellie.
Whoa, Nellie.
Whoa, Nellie.
And Nellie had her beautiful horse Lady at her brother's ranch, which is Harry King of Harry King Ranch. That is the ranch that Lady called home. And people say that Lady was I like how they talk about this like it's a human person that's passed. It's touching to my heart. But they said that Lady was a creature of habit. She was always timely and loved attention. Like what they mean by timely is she had a specific thing. Like when it's feeding time, she will show up for feeding time, and she was very prompt in her appearance. So what happened is Harry King one day was like, why isn't Lady showing up for feeding time? Lady always shows up for feeding time. So he got really, really concerned and thought that the horse might have hurt herself on the path or something happened to the horse on the path. So he goes on a search for her. And so he went and searched for her for about 2 days and had no luck in finding her anywhere. He checked the fields, he checked the pastures, he checked everywhere, and he couldn't find her. Then after the second day, he found her lying down in the middle of a field on her side, and her head was nothing but an exposed skull by this time. So the body still had all the flesh. It still had the perfect coat. It still had like the muscles and everything else. But the only thing that was bare to the bone was actually her head. So
Face off.
yeah, and when they saw it, like it was very like the bone itself for her skull was very clean, very precise. Like it looked
Right.
it looked surgical.
Yeah.
Please remember this happened in 1967. I know. I'm so sorry for my animal lovers. It's going to be so sad. There's going to be some parts where I'm going to talk about like what happened to her, but we're going to go through those really, 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 really fast. Trust me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for my animal lovers out there, especially for the horse girlies out there and horse boys out there. I'm so sorry.
We have to share her story. We have to share her story.
Give me the gore, says Ray. Anyways, so basically it was way too clean, too precise. It looked like it was surgically removed, and it couldn't have been done by like scavenging animals. Like it could not. Thanks, DJ Q. I appreciate you. Thank you for those biddies. So yeah, so Right. So basically, yeah, so from what he witnessed, it was very clean cut, very precise, and it was not possible that the skull was pretty much like the flesh from the skull was ripped by a bunch of scavengers. It was way too clean. It was way, way too clean. It was
Right.
so clean that it looked like the bone was bleached. That kind of
Interesting.
clean. So it's not even like the yellowish tint that bone actually looks
Right.
like, but it's definitely it was definitely looked like the bone was dipped in some bleach for a while, and it actually had a slight pink tone to the bone. Slight pink tone, probably from, to be honest, the blood, but I
Right.
don't know. I don't know. But yeah, apparently it was very, very clean.
Well, I want to point out that I grew up on a farm, a cow farm,
Yeah.
and we had a lot of animals get killed by like coyotes and stuff. And even after days, like it wouldn't be clean. You'd see like, bits, like they go for like,
Yeah, yeah,
exposed
yeah,
part,
definitely. It
the
was.
tummy, the butt, the buttholes.
I didn't think the eyes. I don't think like if like there was like a dead horse. I don't think the face would be the first thing that animals would go after. I
No,
thought it
they
would
go
be like
for
the stomach, right?
holes. Yeah,
Oh,
they go for the
oh, so
butthole
it would
because
go
it's
for the
easy to get
eye.
in.
So I guess it would
Yeah.
go for the eye or the
It
nose
would,
or the mouth.
they say, but it wouldn't eat the whole face. It would eat like the lips and like the fatty bits and stuff. It wouldn't
I mean,
debone the
a
entire
horse,
head.
a
Yeah,
horse is really, really big, and the only things that's
yeah,
scavenging
the
on it
whole
is like a
head.
coyote. What else would be scavenging on
Mm-hmm.
it? Coyotes,
Maybe
insects, maybe
raccoons and stuff.
birds.
Yeah,
Oh,
like just they would be picking.
Ra-
They'd be picking.
wait, raccoons eat flesh? I thought they were. Oh God!
Yeah.
Oh no, 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 no! I did not
Mm-hmm.
know that, you guys. I just learned.
Vultures,
Oh, that I know, but I did not know
but
raccoons
you can
ate
tell.
flesh. I thought raccoons
Yeah.
are. Oh, I thought they just ate vegetables, you guys, and junk
Now
food.
I can't say for sure they would eat a dead body, but they do eat. I know they eat bugs and sometimes
Okay,
rodents and stuff.
okay, okay.
So I don't know if they're scavengers, but I mean easy food. But again, you would be able to tell the difference between like a clean face-off skull as opposed to like animals have been picking at this. Especially
Yeah.
a farmer. A farmer would know the difference, 100%.
So one interesting thing that he found was that lady was in the middle of a field, and there is absolutely no footprints surrounding her. None whatsoever. And it shows that her footprints actually ended about 100 feet away, was the last place that you saw her footprints. So her body is literally in the middle of of this field, and there are no
Right.
footprints anywhere. No animal footprints, no nothing.
Like she teleported.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And on top of it being there's no footprints there, it like the impact on the ground almost seemed like she was picked up and plopped down in that area. So it
Whoa.
looked yeah. So it looked like she was literally just dropped in that area because there was no footprints anywhere near her, and the impact showed the outward markings of something being dropped. And so he had to go and call his sister Nellie and tell him what happened to Lady and figure out what happened to Lady. So he had to tell her that, hey, I found Lady, but she's
dead.
dead. But also, I don't know how she died. So yeah, can you come over here and take a look at this kind of situation? So Nellie brought her husband, and they went to the farm and decided to go and investigate Lady. So they mentioned that they noticed that the skull looked like it was white, like it was cleaned and dropped in some bleach, like it was really, really clean, white. And it looked like it was bleached by the sun after being in the sun for many, many years. You know how bones eventually get lightened because of the sun.
But
So
it takes a hot
that's
minute, absolutely.
that's what it looks like. And keep in mind, this horse went missing 2 days ago, two
Yeah.
nights ago. So it went
No
missing
way that would
literally.
happen.
My horse died. Please come do science. It wasn't his horse. It was her horse. So he's like, your horse died. Go do science for your horse is what happened there. And so,
Maybe you could tell me how your horse died.
like, I don't know. Maybe you know. Am I missing something? I don't know. Scientists start drawing runic symbols around the body. Yeah, for sure, for sure. So, So on top of the bleached skull and the pink tint to it, they also noticed that the field that was surrounding um lady's body also looked like it had been flattened out. And the bushes were also like flattened outwards. So basically there's like a circular flattening of the ground, of the grass, of the bushes. It looked like there was like a giant bowl that was dropped on top of this with the way everything was pushed out. So yeah, so they noticed that all of the bushes, all of the things were folded out, and they also found 15 circular scorch marks. Yeah.
Whoa.
So they found 15 circular scorch marks around, like, not too far from where her body is, and it appears to look like a marking or a burn mark of like an aircraft exhaust. So that's what it looks like in some areas. They also saw like 6 weird indents that made like 3-foot circles or more, so that there are like 10-foot radiuses of these things. And from these markings, the bushes have been flattened and pushed back. Yeah. They also found, this is what's curious to me, they also found green jelly like substance on the leaves of some of the flattened bushes.
Ooh.
Yeah. So,
Ectoplasm.
ectoplasm. Yeah. So
Ectoplasm.
Nellie was all like, "What is this?" And Nellie, being, you know, the ever so curious girl she is that I would never be, was like, "What is this?" and decided to touch the green unknown substance on these bushes. And when she touched it, she felt like her fingers were being burned by acid, and she had to wash her hands really quickly with soap and water because it felt like her hand was burning by, yeah, it.
Taste it now.
Yeah, like, what's this weird green stuff?
How
Let
would
me
you do
go
that?
ahead and touch it and lick it. Like,
Until you
why?
get ready to
Like,
go.
oh my God, why? The Jello is expired. Oh my God,
Just for
Jelly
lime.
Nelly. I love it. Jelly Nelly. That should be a thing. She did a science with her bare hands. She did a
You know what
science
that reminds
indeed.
me of? The ghost from Ghostbusters that leaves the green splooge just everywhere.
Slimer. It's Slimer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She got slimed. She did science.
God, I still can't believe, like, if it's green too, like if
Don't
it's
touch
green,
it.
like for me, like when I
A dead
see
horse,
green slime, my brain automatically thinks acidic, maybe, possibly acidic, maybe. Let's not touch that. Like, and there's some
Especially
people.
when there's a corpse right there, like
Well,
a corpse.
there's stories of people that also do taste tests, like they do touch tests and taste tests, and I'm just like, why? Sorry, guys.
I am petrified.
There are some people that, like, they do a taste test, and I'm just like, ew, ew, ew. They also do a smell test, so they do it. I can't. Like, I'm sorry, I value my life a little too much.
You like lick it, and you're like, yep, that's toxic, and you just fucking die.
So, upon this investigation, they also found a very unusual piece of metal that was not too far from the landing site, is what we're going to call it. They're not calling it a landing site, but they're calling it a landing site. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so this piece of metal that they found out there also had some of Lady's horsehair on it.
Interesting.
So they finally decided to file a report and call the police. And so they called the police and like, hey, there's something that happened to our horse. Can you come over and take a look? So the good old sheriff decided to come over there and do some investigating himself.
Which always ends well. It always goes so well when the sheriff comes out and is like, oh, everybody just lines up to start touching it and licking it. Yeah, exactly, Cordra. Like, oh, my turn. Let me just. No, it still tastes like poison. I don't know.
I mean, to be honest, a lot of us know what foods to eat because there was that one person out there that's all like, I'm going to try this food and died from said food. We would not know what to eat without nature doing its natural selection. And so, all right, so the sheriff shows up looks at the horse. And, you know, after a few minutes of just looking at the horse, he declared that the horse was clearly just hit by lightning.
What?
That is his professional investigation.
Lightning?
Yeah, he said, "Oh, the horse was
Clearly.
clearly just hit by lightning. I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's clearly lightning." First
You
of
can
all,
smell lightning, like a lightning
know,
strike.
but wouldn't lightning
Green
leave a
plasm.
burn mark? Like, wouldn't
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I've never
yeah.
been hit by lightning before, but I think that there would be like some kind of like outline of where
No,
the light
with-
struck.
Especially with like fur and like stuff, it would be singed and burned. Now it can lightning and electricity can melt skin, right? It can melt
But
fat, it can melt
wouldn't
skin,
it still
but
leave results of like
yeah,
of
absolutely. It
impact?
wouldn't cleanly do that, and it would burn the ground and everything. It would burn the horse hair. Like you'd be able to tell. Especially again, a farmer would be able to tell if his horse got keyed by lightning or not.
Yeah, and so Cortra's all like, "Oh, curious, the cop didn't want to do paperwork." That's probably exactly what happened. He's all like, he probably saw the situation, was all like, "This is weird. I don't like this. I'm just gonna be avoiding the paperwork and say that this was a lightning strike and move on because I need to have a whiskey." That's probably what was going through his head. He just saw the situation. He's like, "Nope, don't want this. I'm just gonna say it's lightning and move on." So that's probably that's a ridiculous response, but reasonable, I guess, to a point. Whatever, it's fine, you guys.
Ridiculous, but on par for what usually happens.
Yeah, there would be large sear marks along the body, and why would it just
Yeah,
be the
absolutely.
head? First of all, like, why would it just
No.
be the head? I want
It would have been struck directly in the face, and even then, you're not
It
going
would
to get
still
rid of
have,
all.
yeah.
It wouldn't be as surgically clean. It would be burned and like goopy, and you would find like melted flesh, and you'd see like because lightning has to come out somewhere, so it would hit through the face and come out through his hooves.
As
or the
I
ground,
learned
like, you'd be able to
from-
tell.
As I learned from Avatar, they have to take the lightning and release it somewhere else. Okay,
Yep.
as I learned from Avatar, you guys, Avatar is very educational. It is very
And
educational.
also green jelly from the lightning, like
Right? Maybe he thought like, oh, there was fruits on the bushes and the lightning hit it and
No,
made it
they-
explode. I don't
big jelly.
I don't know, you guys. I don't know. That like I don't
It was
know.
natural jelly known
I'm
to
pretty
man.
sure the cop was all like, I am not in the mood to deal
He
with
was
this
already
fucking
3 sheets to
shit.
the wind. He was already fucking wasted. He was like, "You called me up. I'm already drunk. Lightning.
Lightning. Nope, not touching that. We're just gonna say
green
it's
jelly
lightning.
moss. That's
Green
actually not a
jelly,
bad
maybe
theory.
moss. Maybe. We'll see. After
What kind of idiot doesn't know moss?
So with this, the people in the area started discussing this very odd circumstances of Lady the Horse. They're just like, that's some weird stuff. So of course the rumor mill went around, and as the rumor mill went around, you know, word got out. And after a few days, an award-winning pathologist, Dr. Altschuler, there we go, Altschuler, was caught trespassing in a national park, and he claimed he was just doing some UFO research and was like, "Can you please not arrest me? I don't want to get in trouble. I have some shit coming up, please." And I don't know if this is true. This was discussed by several things, but we don't know if this is true, if this is like hearsay. But apparently the only way he can get out of getting in trouble for trespassing is the police decided, hey, we need you to do some research on this weird UFO case that people keep on talking about in the immediate Colorado area. So basically they're just like, we won't arrest you if you basically, you know, work
do
for
our
us.
job for us,
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do my job.
This guy's a pathologist, so maybe you're like, pathologist, yeah, let's go. So
That's fair.
upon the idea of not wanting to get arrested or in trouble, Dr. Altschuler decided, you know what? Yeah, let's go take a look at this lady. And when he looked at the horse, the doctor discovered that all of Lady's abdominal organs were actually missing.
Ooh.
And
Oh no.
the reason people didn't know is because the incision was so precise and it was so easy to unnotice, because if you cut a carcass open, you would know,
Yeah.
especially if it's like
Yeah.
a knife. So it was very precise to the point that you would not notice until you investigated and moved things, you know. And so, yeah, they noticed that there was incisions done to the body and that the abdominal organs of the horse was missing. And alongside the organs missing, they also made note that there was no blood. There was no blood inside the horse. There was no blood surrounding the incisions. There was no blood. Zero blood, you guys. And this was in 1967. I remind you guys, 1967. They didn't even have like the technology for like cauterizing lasers or, you know,
Right.
like they literally didn't have the precise things that we have now. So this is 1967. Keep that in mind. So yeah, the incision was definitely very suspicious.
Oh,
What?
got a raid.
Welcome in. I'm a gaming potato. Thank you for that raid. What? Thank you for choosing me for your raid. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh my God. Thank you for the toasty raid, the spuds raid. You guys, thank you for choosing me. Welcome in. Welcome to my channel. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Daku. I am a variety streamer who sometimes cosplays for streams. And today is actually the pilot episode of me and Mesoothornye, if we can get a shout out for Mesoothornyes, podcast called The Thicc and Spooky Ghouls. And today we're discussing two topics. My topic is Snippy the horse, and hers will be later, which is the Wendangos. But thank you for choosing me. How did you come to find my channel? Oh my God. Thank you for all the spuds. Thank you for the love spuds. Oh my God.
Love spuds.
Love spuds. Hey, how are we doing tonight? We're doing good. We're doing good. We're talking about, you know, gory shit in 1967 and incisions that are unexplainable and organs missing. Thank you for that follow, Hawaiian Mixed Plate. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I appreciate the follow. On top of us doing our pilot episode for our podcast, we are also putting some focus on the charity, which is down below, which is Keep Abreast Foundation. We are raising money for the entire month of October for saving the boobies. And Keep Abreast Foundation is a non-profit organization that focuses on education and prevention of breast cancer. So it's a really, really good cause. John, thank you for that $10 donation. I appreciate you. Oh yes, and we get to see the booby
Damn,
shake.
she's talented.
I know, right?
God, she's such a good tassel spinner.
She knows how to
Me over
shake
here
'em.
just vibrating in my chair. Like,
And so they actually are one of the, like, they focus on breast cancer, not just on that, but they also educate breast cancer on, like, they put focus on Black women with breast cancer. And another topic that I really appreciate that they cover is actually men and breast cancer, because men are often not really thought of when it comes to breast cancer. So they also put some focus on that. But yeah, oh my God, thank you for that, you guys. Thank you for choosing me for the raid. I'm happy you chose us. I hope you guys enjoy the stuff. If not, thank you for stopping by. And again, thank you for those follows. I appreciate it. And thank you for choosing me for your raid. And for those of you guys, if you need to do some after stream stuff and take care of yourself, please do. We're just going to talk about some spooky shit. Thank you for that follow, Dusex. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. And thank you for the follow.
My little brother.
I'm a gaming potato. There we go. I'm like, imagine potato. No, I'm a gaming potato. I got your name. I got your name. But thank you for those follows, you guys. But yeah, so we're talking about this horse named Snippy who was abducted by an alien.
I like the name Lady better.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Don't you worry. We'll get to that on why it's known as Snippy. We'll get back to that. Right now, I will respectfully call her Lady because I'm feel scared. Like that is the name she deserves as Lady. Oh my God, is it just me or am I nervous or am I hot or is it hot here? I don't know. I'm sweating.
Hot and nervous. Well, you're certainly hot if you know what I mean.
Ooh, whoa. Hold on, let me open the door so I can pull off. There we go. I had to open the door because, damn.
Get some airflow.
It's the wig. I know it's the wig. It's the wig, you guys. It's also because I'm nervous. Like, I'm super nervous. Like, you guys probably can't tell, but I'm nervous.
Amazing.
Thank you, babe. I have had Imagine Potato so many times, so you're okay. I do have to get ready for bed, and I will leave a lurk. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate the lurk. Please take care of yourself and do your after-stream stuff. And thank you for choosing me for your big raid and trust me with your community. Appreciate you. And thank you for all the new follows, you guys. And do we want Togepi? Of course. Let's get Togepi. All right, here we go. Woo.
So cute.
All right, so all right, so upon Dr. Altschuler making mention of this, it also brought the attention of the U.S. Forest Service. So the U.S. Forest Service decided, hey, we also need to investigate this situation with Lady. And so the U.S. Forest Service came over there and they decided to sweep the area for any radiation. And
Ooh, good idea.
and do you guys know what?
They found some.
The entire field, as well as the clothing and boots worn by everyone walking in that area, had been tested positive for radioactivity. Right? Yeah, that lightning was definitely radioactive, you guys.
Right. And it came down and did a little lightning surgery.
Oh, Togepi, yeah, Togepi's gonna protect me. Oh my god, Nelly, stop licking the radioactive jelly. Right? Okay, so with that, the news began to spread even further. Remember, this is an area where there's a lot of like alien sightings, a lot of UFO mentions. And so the fact that this is taking off and it's, it's about a horse, it was definitely a big deal that, it was spreading a lot. So upon the news spreading, different articles decided to come up with interesting topics. And one of them, mislabeled Lady as Snippy, and they had the town gets snippy about no answers is what the title was. And so they got confused because, believe it or not, one of Lady's parents was actually named Snippy. And
That's
in
ridiculous.
their half-ass research, they thought that Snippy was Lady, and so they therefore called Lady Snippy. And because this was when news started spreading and it was like people feeding off of each other, Lady's name came to be Snippy. People liked it better. People thought that it was easier to play different topic titles with it. So yeah, they definitely decided to go with, Snippy as the name. So now our beautiful Lady the Horse is now famously known as Snippy. They don't even know her by her real name. They know her as Snippy. So that's how that came to be. It's funny that you mentioned that, but that's how she became known as Snippy, because it was easier to sell in the papers, I guess.
Right.
Don't worry, we will all eat the radioactive jelly. We'll get herd immunity. We'll get herd immunity. Herd immunity, get it? Got it. I love it. Snippy the horse, formerly known as Lady, the horsey formerly known for being alive. Oh my god, Kortra. Okay, so this story, like I said, was spreading like wildfire, that the story got so big that Edward Condon, the writer of the Condon Report, decided to send his own researchers and investigators to take a look at dear old Snippy. So he sends this dude named Dr. Adams. We don't like Dr. Adams. I'm just letting you guys know that. Boo! Yeah, boo!
Boo, Dr. Adams, boo!
You can't stop touching your motherfucking hair. I know.
Just like,
It's a nervous thing. It's a nervous thing. It's okay. We got this. So Dr. Adams decided to come and investigate Snippy, and he boldly claimed that there was no unearthly causes present in the case of Snippy.
I like Snippy though. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. So Dr. Adams reported. Upon Dr. Adams' report, Edward Condon decided that Harry, Nellie, and her husband were lying despite all of the unusual evidence surrounding the case. Edward's theory of Snippy's current state was that we'll get to that. That's too soon. Why are you there? You should have been like way down lower. Anyway, so he basically said it was just a way for them to come up with a story to bring people's attention to, the ranch and all that stuff. So it was just them trying to gain fame by coming up with some bukkake,
Right.
like some bullshit,
Some bukkake.
some bullshit story.
Some green jelly bukkake.
Wait, that might exist. Hold on. Take it back. Oh my god, I take it back. No, stop it. No, let's not. Oh god, no.
You know it does.
No.
It looks like Nickelodeon in that motherfucker.
So, they decided to send the horse over. Hold on. Well, that's supposed to be way after. Why? Like, I got my things mixed up. But they had someone. Okay, they had someone. Oh yeah, it was Dr. Adams. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Dr. Adams. maybe it was. There was a person that found, okay, I can't find the notes for it. I mixed up my notes here. So we're just going to stick with the notes that I have here because it's like related, but I've got like, I don't recall who decided to put the horse's skeleton together because somebody had to eventually clean the skeleton, wire it like they do like the dinosaur fossils. Yeah. And upon doing that, upon him trying to clean the body, they discovered that there was 22 slugs found in Snippy's body.
Interesting.
So now Edward's theory from this is that there was some kids that were bored and decided to shoot Nellie. That's his excuse, saying that nothing really happened to Nellie. It's just a bunch of kids that were bored and decided to shoot Nellie and play with a carcass, I guess.
And they surgically removed all her organs and face skin.
And then he also claimed that upon being shot by the slugs, the reason Nellie's like skull was removed of flesh is that Snippy ran in fear and ran into a wired fence, and the fence is what tore her flesh from her skull. You know, the clean skull. Her
whole face.
Yeah, the you know, the skull with precise.
They would still find her face, like it would be on the ground.
Yeah, so he believes that Snippy ran into the fence at full speed because the shots scared her, and her running into the fence was what caused her face flesh to get removed by the fence, because the fence is that, you know, strong that it can precisely remove all the flesh and tissue and eyeballs from this horse. That's the theory of good old Edwards. Actually, not long after this, there was some college students that tried to claim, yeah, we're the ones that shot Snippy, but had zero details on the situation whatsoever. Right. So basically, they just like, oh, this horse is being talked about. I want attention. I'm going to say I'm the one that killed the horse. Which personally, like, I would not. Like, this horse was killed, organs removed. Like, it's just like serial killer standards. Like, I would not want to like claim this, but clearly they only heard that the horse was shot by 22s. They're like, yeah, we shot the horse because we were bored, but they didn't know all the other details, such as, you know, the incision and all that stuff. So
yeah, I mean, people do that with like actual serial killers too. They'd be like, yeah, I did that, and they're like, really, how'd you do it? And they're like, I'm just kidding. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, and here's the explanation. The reason that you could not find the flesh of the horse on the fence is that Harry, Nellie, and her husband was like, hey, this is a chance for us to get some fame and say that this horse was taken by aliens, and we can, like, you know, gain some fame and attention for the ranch in that way. That's what Edward said, okay? So if that's the case, where's the flesh? Where is the blood? How was the incisions made? Like, there's just so many things about that theory, and I'm all like, I see what you're saying, but the results are not something you can do by hand because it's so precise, you know? So
now, I don't know guns super well, but a 22 is I think a pretty strong gun, but I'm wondering if if a horse could survive that and heal. Or if it's maybe someone came up after and did that to like be like, see, that's what happened, like more as a cover up than it actually being the cause of death.
Cortra says something is really sticky about this situation. I agree. It might be the green. It might be the green acidic slime. I don't know, you guys.
The goo.
So after that, another theory came around because, believe it or not, during this time, you know what else was going on during this time besides UFO sightings? The satanic panic generation was around at this time. And many people thought, oh, it's not aliens, but it was a satanic ritual, and it was a sacrifice, and Snippy was sacrificed to the Satan himself. That is another theory that came about from, you know, this story going viral. All right, so people kept on talking about Snippy and kept on coming up with their own theories of Snippy. And so now, because this horse is so famous, they had I can't remember the name of the Dr. Leary. Dr. Leary is the one that found the bullets. Dr. Leary is the one that found the bullets, that reported the bullets, and then that's when Edwards did his thing, and that's when the college students did his thing, and then Dr. Leary decided he was like Dr. Leary was the one that put the horse together, the skeleton of the horse. So he's the one that cleaned the bone. He's the one that put the horse together and wired it together, or whatever. However they do it to the fossils, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, now that you know this was done to the horse, you guys are gonna laugh at this. Okay. Oh my god. So it was displayed in Dr. Leary's office for a while. And then after that, people decided to lease Snippy because they wanted Snippy in their property or in their shop. So Snippy became a town spectacle where people would rent the carcass, or sorry, the skeleton or the skeletal remains of Snippy the horse.
Oh, it's like a dead little Sebastian.
So they have so now that this horse is assembled and wired together and put on a stand, people are all like, wait, it's displayed in Dr. Leary's office. So eventually it was leased out to the private museum, and it was on display in the private museum for a few years. And then it was then displayed outside on the sidewalk of the Commerce. It was displayed in front of a bank. Like, there was people leasing this horse out for years on end. And so I know, right? People just started renting this because it became an attraction. Because the story was so big, people wanted to be a part of that story. And so if they can have visitors coming to wherever they're at to go and see the skeleton of Snippy the horse, you know, it was a draw. So people were renting this horse out because they were they took this story and flew with it and took advantage of it. Thank you for the hydrate, Muffle. If I have to hydrate, you have to hydrate too, Miso. Good girl. All right. So after several years of this horse being rented from one place to another place, Carl Heflin, he is the owner of Carl Heflin Ranch. For some reason, after 2 decades, people lost track of where the horse is, and Carl Heflin actually had it in his ranch, and he had it in his ranch for almost 2 decades. And the thing with Carl is he collected a lot of unusual and strange things, so it was normal that it ended up in his hands in general. And when he died, his family discovered the skeletal remains of Snippy the horse displayed in his home, along with all of the weird oddities that he had. And so the family was like, okay, he was into the shit, but we're fucking not. What do we do with this thing? So they decided that they were going to get all of his valuables looked at by an insurance company. And then they had one of the insurance offices that they hired. They're like, we don't know what to do with this horse. Can you find a way to sell the horse? And you know what this guy did?
What'd he do?
They paid this guy to sell Snippy the horse. And you know what he did, you guys?
They steal it?
No. They listed Snippy the horse on eBay.
No. What a journey that poor horse has had.
So after everything it's been through, she is now being auctioned off on eBay. And I believe eBay was fairly new at this time. The people that hired this guy to show this, the guy's all like, I guess we can sell it on eBay, since eBay was fairly new. He's like, that's a place that people sell stuff. So he listed it on eBay. The bid started at $50,000.
Damn.
Okay. Upon hearing upon hearing that their beautiful Snippy the horse was being auctioned off on eBay, of all places, by a non-local resident definitely ignited a fire within the town. It definitely caused some conflict and some stress. So a lot of people, like the local paper, like published this and said that she was being auctioned off. And then they published an article about the auction, and the town was really, really mad. So it got to the point that the people was like, they have no rights to Snippy the horse. Snippy the horse is mine. I had Snippy the horse in my property. So all those people that rented Snippy's body now felt that they had rights to Snippy's body. All of them. So
Poor horse, dude.
now you've got a whole town trying to fight against the family of Carl Heflin and their insurance company, who is auctioning off their beloved Snippy the horse. Like, very upset about it. So, there was a lot of people that claimed that Snippy, they had rights to Snippy, that they had no right to sell Snippy, that they should have Snippy. And one of the people was a lady named Sylvia. Sylvia Labato. I love the last name Labato.
Oh, what a name.
I know, Sylvia Labato. And she claimed that her mother was Nellie's best friend. And that her mother herself was like knew Lady before Lady became Snippy. So she knew Lady when she was alive and well. And she also claimed that her mother was the one that's that saw the horse after the flying saucer attack. So she was there for her best friend, and she got to see the horse. She was like one of the first people to get to see the carcass of the horse. And so she felt like, because she was the best friend and she was there, that they had the right to Snippy the horse. So it got to the point that the town didn't want to lose Snippy the horse, so they all got together and tried to raise enough money so the town can gain Snippy back. So the entire town,
this whole town's like, we're gonna come together and we're gonna buy this fucking horse.
This entire town was able to raise some money, but it was not even close. Like, I think the highest they got was $10,000. They were able to raise $10,000 to try and get this horse from the auction thing. And when the family saw that it was only like being bid for $10,000, they decided that that wasn't worth it and removed Snippy the horse from the eBay listing. So the town didn't get the horse, and eBay wasn't able to horse. And finally, we get to know where Snippy's final resting place is, at least as of 2022. I'm not sure, I haven't gotten any updates from 2023, but Snippy's body can now be found in Cooper, Colorado at the UFO Watchtower.
Interesting. That seems like a fitting place.
Yeah, so that is her home along with other unusual oddities, and that is where she is now. So let's go ahead and show you guys a quick picture of what we were just talking about here. So let me go ahead and get over here to, where's my paw? Where, oh my God.
Little snippity snip.
Yeah, Snippy the horse, the extraterrestrial tale of the horse once known as Lady. I had to say that because I felt like she got robbed. She became famous.
Of course she did. Women in history getting robbed again.
Right? And so
this woman's a horse.
Sorry, I couldn't, like, this is in 1967, so there wasn't any good photographs of Snippy the horse, but I'm glad because like the gore situation, I don't know if,
right,
yeah. So it's like, I was also feeling safe about showing this picture because I'm just like, it's black and white. You don't see the blood, you don't see like, or the gore or whatever the pink stuff is. So this is what, this is a picture of them with Lady's body. And then this is the picture of Dr. Leary and putting Snippy together in her skeletal form. So that's what she actually looked like. This is what was shown all over the town. This was what the town like had.
Over.
Yep. So this was what, like, this is the one that all the people rented and had in display. This was what's in display. It's a big horse, you guys. I did not, like, look how big that horse is compared to, like, the horse's hindquarters.
Yeah.
Like, that is a huge horse, you guys. And then this is Snippy on display at the at her final resting place. And it also,
the tails look way nubbier than you would think.
Yeah. So this is actually her now. This is I'm not sure if they've changed the way it's displayed, but this is what she kind of looks like now. And then it's got all of her articles that were published back then posted next to her. So that's where she is now. I'm pretty happy with where her home ended up, to be honest.
feels fitting.
Yeah, but like I was just oh my god. Oh my god, sorry guys. There we go. Where's my miso? Oh my god, my miso, I lost you.
Oh,
No, there we go. I got you. I got you. I got you. Oh my god, I freaked out for a second. I lost my miso, you guys.
there I am.
So that is the story of Snippy the horse. What'd you
Poor
guys
Snippy.
think? What'd you guys think of it? Was it
Oh, did I
interesting
poof
enough?
away again?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm opening
Okay,
your.
no, I'm
I'm
making sure it's you and not me.
yeah. I'm prepared. I'm setting up your
Oh, I'm
PowerPoint.
being taken.
Yeah, I'm setting up your PowerPoint, and so I had to minimize your
They're
window for a
getting
second.
me.
There we go. And so
I'm covered in green goo.
it's a crazy story. Thanks. So this was actually like a lot shorter than my story that's going to be for the podcast. The story that
Right.
this was like a page and a half of notes. The one that I have for the charity events like 2 pages because there was a lot. Like actually it was like 3 pages. There's a lot, maybe 4 pages. I'm not even done with it yet. The notes are not done
And
yet,
that
you
was
guys.
over an hour, so I mean, I think we're gonna be golden.
Miso was abducted by aliens. Give
I
her
was
back.
You can't have me. They couldn't handle me. They would drop me off. They'd be like, no, we're done."
You ready? Can you do a roar with me? 3,
Yeah.
2, 1. Roar!
Rawr.
There, John, you got a twofer. You got a twofer, John.
Probably shaking in his boots right now.
Yeah. Let's
As
see.
soon as they would abduct me, I'd be like, "Can I have a snack? Can we watch a movie?" And they'd be like, "All right, no, you're leaving."
She's on wheels. You can lease her when you visit her, I guess. Oh my god. Please leave Snippy alone, okay? Let her just rest, okay? She
She goes
probably
through so much.
she probably worked more in her afterlife than her actual
Real
life.
life.
Like she was a show horse after she was already dead. Okay, she worked a lot while she was dead. Okay, so
He's getting
you know
work.
her afterlife was spent modeling for all these places. She needs a final resting home. She is retired, and I'm happy where she's retired. Oh, ready? Ray wants a moo. 3, 2, 1, moo!
Ooh. Mine's not cute. Mine sounded more like a sad cow.
Ain't no rest for the Snippy? I guess not. I guess not. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a very short
It
story.
was wonderful.
I hope it was interesting enough, and I hope I made enough eye contact because,
It was wonderful. The flow was good. I think, wonderful.
hopefully it had enough details
Italian
for you
man.
guys. It's annoying because I know the story, but then when I'm looking at my notes and I'm like, this does not
No.
belong here yet.
But
But
it's fully normal to look at notes when you have to read so much shit. I wish my eyes would stop watering.
I don't know that I like that was not something that was ever like I couldn't find anything about the jelly slime aside from the fact that it burned her hand. And I don't know
Yeah,
how
that's
to
very
research.
strange.
I don't know how to research articles like from 1967, y'all.
Right.
Like I don't know where. Do I need to go to the
Go-
library all the way
Unless
over
you go to the
there?
library, one of those old school like.
Do I
machines
need
that
no?
goes,
I feel like I need to go over to that city and look at the library in that city and look at articles from that library
Interview
because
people.
oh my
Excuse me.
god.
Have you tried the jelly?
Hello, my lovely Foxy. Good night, Cortra. You're gonna miss out on the Wendigo.
Night.
Okay. All right. Are you ready?
I am so ready. Are you ready?
I-
Ready to get spooked?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Good.
Okay, so
All
okay. I
right.
don't know anything
So-
about these creatures, so
Let me start with asking you a question. Have you ever been really hungry?
yep.
Like really hungry?
Yep.
So hungry you could eat a horse?
Not after I
Sorry,
read
I had
about
to-
Snippy.
I had to throw that in there. Have you ever been so hungry you could eat a person?
No.
Because that's what the Wendigo does. They eat people. They're cannibals.
Are they humans?
We'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
So-
I got goose pimples already. All right, let's go.
Yes, I can't wait. So, some people might have actually heard of the Wendigo already from like pop culture or, video games or folklore, whatever, tales. Now, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, okay, guys? The Wendigo is also known as an Atchin, a Chino, a Kawak, and a Moo. And I knew you were going to love this because it's
No.
literally pronounced Moo. I even looked it
No.
up and I was like, Daku's going to fucking love that. It's pronounced Moo.
Moo.
Now, the origins of this creepy little cannibal are rooted in North American Algonquin speaking tribes. It's their mythology, it's one of their many creatures, right? There's a lot of different mythos when it comes to, native tribes and things of that nature. This one, however, super creepy, is known as a powerful cannibalistic monster. It stalks and eats humans, or some believe it is a spirit that comes and possesses a person and turns them cannibalistic, attacking those they love and eating their flesh. Now, the Wendigo, spooky, so spooky, is associated with winter for obvious reasons. Back in the day, you had to depend on what you grew, what you raised, or you would starve in the winter, right?
Yeah.
So it became a very big legend, a very big mythos for winter. As a matter of fact, the Algonquin language Ojibwa, which I probably pronounced wrong, it literally translates to winter cannibal monster.
Oh.
Right on the it's so on the nose.
Okay. I was about to say, like,
Now,
the only preparedness that I ever had for winter was whenever I would play Stardew Valley, where you need to have enough wheat for your horses or for your cows and stuff like that, otherwise they'll starve.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm thinking about
just
that right
prepping
now.
for the winter.
Like, I'm thinking about Stardew. And then the other time that I had to prep for winter was Don't Starve, and I
Oh
failed.
no.
I
I
failed.
better say
I
the
failed so
most
bad.
for winter for me, I'm like, do I have blankets? Yes. Do I have a little mini heater? Sure. I have an emotional support heater? Great. I can't imagine having to like live in the woods, grow my own food and raise my own food and just pray that you don't fucking starve to death during the winter seasons.
Yeah.
Cuz back, especially back then like 16 before then obviously, but this specifically 1600s, you can't get out in the winter either. It's not like you can take, horses and shit and go anywhere else because it's so snowy. It's so you're snowed in, and then everyone starts dying around you. So it's like desperate times.
Yeah.
And that actually is part of where it comes from too. Is people getting so hungry, and then people dying around them. But there's a lot of different descriptions of the Wendigo. You said you have my little slideshow ready for me.
I do.
'Cause she's lovely.
All right.
Now,
So
let me
first
make sure I'm
slide.
on my... Yes, slide 1.
Slide 1. All right. Please hold while I pull you up. All right. Can you see what I'm showing?
Yes, there it
Okay.
is. So, there's a lot of descriptions of the Wendigo. Some say it's an emaciated figure with
Sorry,
like dead.
Miso. Sorry, Miso. We
You're
gotta
alright.
hydrate. Quick sip.
Ooh,
Good girl.
y'all gonna make me have to go pee, especially with the spooky
Hello,
story.
Dak. Did you
Hello, Dacky.
need me to go back to slide through, or do you want me to hold off?
Oh no. Oh yeah, I better say, hold off, stay on this beautiful creature.
Okay, I will stay on this creature that looks like it's eating a beaver human. I don't know. It looks like a human and a beaver. I think it made a beaver sandwich.
Beef
Whoa,
human.
that's wrong. That's
Delicious.
dirty. Take it back. I take it back. I didn't say beaver sandwich.
It's
A
a
human
beaver.
sandwich. I don't know. They had some human schmear on the beaver. I don't know. It looks like a beaver and yeah. Okay, carry on. Miso?
Sorry, my dog was being a sass.
Okay.
Where was I? Oh yes. So some say that it looks like an emaciated figure with like ash and flesh. You see like drows or like undead creatures. They have like that pale but like gray skin tone.
Yeah.
Others say it's a huge 15-foot creature
Oh
that grows
God.
larger and larger the more flesh it consumes. Which, as we see here, you can see like the little tents and things down below it. This is that description. As it consumes human flesh, it grows bigger and bigger and will consume the whole tribe, right?
So are they like giants, but like monster giants? Like what?
Yes.
Oh.
So the more people it eats, it just gets bigger and bigger. And then you got like a Godzilla motherfucker out there eating people.
Oh my
Um,
God.
And then, let me see here. Oh yes, next one, please, my beautiful dearest.
Carry on.
So this one is the one you're going to see most often. This is the depiction that's like very pop culture. You'll see it when you Google Wendigo. This is what you're going to see. Um, they have the big, horns and very just they don't grow in size like the other one and like the other, description. This one though is very stalkish. It will creep through the woods, make you think it's an animal. So as you can see, it has very deer-like features almost. Where am I? And then next one, if you don't mind, my beautiful.
I don't like this. This reminds me of Slenderman. I don't like this. I don't
Yeah.
like this.
So this one I put on here specifically for my gamers. So this is from Until Dawn. This is their depiction of a Wendigo, which you can see it's very, very human-like. Right?
It's very
way more human than the
pale.
other ones.
It's very,
Yes.
very pale compared to like the other depictions. It's very like it's got like almost ivory skin.
Yeah, very ashen, very like undead. And exactly, Ray, it's exactly what it's from is Until Dawn, which I thought was such a great example because it's, it's such a popular video game that I feel like most people know what a Wendigo is from there now. Let me scroll down a little bit here. And that is the last slide. But a lot of the descriptions say that it also has sunken eyes or glowing eyes, sharp yellow fangs, and that they chew off their own lips, or they're just missing. So they have like, with my wonderful impression.
Arr.
But something that people say is the most distinct thing is the smell.
Okay.
They say even before you see this horrible cannibalistic freak, that you smell it.
What does it smell like? Rotting flesh?
Right, exactly. It smells like death, like rotting flesh. And they'll walk somewhere and they'll be like, I smell death. And they'll keep smelling it, and before you know it, cannibalized.
Oh.
Now, most of the time, they're said to have really sharp and like powerful eyesight and hearing and a sense of smell. So pretty much all their senses are pretty, elevated.
Okay.
So you're pretty fucked, right? You can't you can't run, you can't hide, except for again the video game Until Dawn. Their depiction of the Wendigo was more blind, like couldn't really see, but it could hear and smell much more, which kind of gave them a loophole. As long as you're not making noise, you can kind of hide. They
Yeah.
can't see super well, so it kind of helps with the loophole. But in the mythos with the Algonquin people, they very much believe that it could see really well in the dark. It could see miles away. It could hear you if you snap like a branch just from a distance. You're pretty screwed.
I don't think I like Wendigos right now, you guys.
No. I mean, unless you want your flesh eaten like pasta, just slurped off the bone. Exactly, Ray. Ultimate hunters and hunters of their own, of humans.
That puts a different meaning on getting eaten.
Yeah, it does. Oh my goodness. That's the kind of eating I don't want. But so we touched earlier. You said, "Oh, are they cannibals? Are they people? Are they real people?"
Yeah, how do they hide amongst people?
Yes, but say some mythos believe that it's a physical being that turned from a person from eating human flesh in great times of hunger. So people are starving to death. For example, I think a lot of people probably know about that plane crash in real life that happened where people got stuck on the mountain and they had to eat their dead friends to survive. Don't know if you've ever heard of that.
I've heard of the what's the name of the pass that was not too far from me off of Reno? I've only heard of that cannibalism instance. That's the only one I've ever
I know what
heard
you're
of.
talking about. Yeah,
I can't remember what it's
Donner
called right
Party.
now. That's the one, yeah. I only know of the Donner Party for cannibalism.
Useless information of cannibalism. Same, I feel like the Donner Party was more violent though. Like the Donner, I think the guy killed somebody there to eat them. But anyway, either way, very hungry. They ate, and people are like, oh man, they're already dead, or they kill somebody, eat their flesh. Most of the time, the person's already dead. Good night, Morgan. Night, bro. Thank you for popping in.
Good night, Morgan.
But so people get really hungry and they do what they have to and they eat people. And that's said to turn them slowly into Wendigos. And spoiler alert for the game Until Dawn, same concept there. Person gets really hungry, they have no other sources. There's a corpse, they eat the corpse. They start turning.
I mean, it's logical. It's icky, but it's survival.
Logical,
yeah, it's survival.
Exactly. They're already
so,
dead.
Yeah.
You guys can have my body. If I die, you can go ahead and eat me. Who cares? I give you permission to eat my flesh if I'm dead, though. I have to be dead first. That's the loophole. That's the only strings attached, is I have to be dead already. From natural causes. You can't murder me.
Damn
you
it.
can't murder me to eat my flesh. Yeah.
You put in your stipulations a little too soon. Got it. I thought there was a little loophole there, but I guess not.
So, some other beliefs are that, like in the Cree mythology, which Cree is another tribe, they believe that it's more of like a nasty little spirit that takes over humans via a bite or through a person's dream. Like some real Freddy Krueger shit.
Sorry, John was making me laugh. He said he's gonna stop sharpening the knives. Can you repeat the last like 30 seconds you just mentioned?
Of course.
Before the
Don't
bite.
You sharpen your knives?
Yeah.
You can't have me.
I know we look juicy, but please don't. Please.
Nice and
don't.
Thick and spooky and juicy.
We got a lot of meat, but please, no.
It's
no,
meat.
thank you. No, thank you. We do not volunteer as tribute. Okay, sorry. Go back to the beginning of that sentence. My brain was just laughing at John. Shush. Okay.
Okay, so in Cree mythology, which Cree is another tribe, they believe it's a spirit, a nasty little spirit, and it comes in and possesses people by biting them, or through some Freddy Krueger shit where they go into your dream and they possess you. Yes, thank you. Let me see. Where am I?
They can possess people. I don't know. I don't.
Yes.
I don't subscribe. Nah.
Right. No, thank you. They in your dreams.
I'll
how
pass.
Weird is that?
I'll pass. Thank you. No, thank you. No,
Freddy
thank you.
Krueger in it, the fuck up, coming into your dream and like just stealing your body and making you eat people.
I got goose pimples.
So rude.
I seriously have goose pimples. I hate this.
I wish I had a flashlight so I'd be like, nah.
My burb's here. Hello, muggy burbs.
So
they can take over your body through your dreams.
Yep. They can Freddy Krueger you real good.
Mm.
So now, like a lot of other demon possessions and like stories and stuff, there's some people who are more susceptible, right? People with like mental illness or who are really ill. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie The Taking of Deborah Logan or The Possession of Deborah Logan.
No,
so
but now I want to.
Alzheimer's. Oh, you should. It's such a good movie. But she has Alzheimer's, so she's easier to possess, right? Her brain's easier, so she gets possessed. Not gonna give you more spoilers because I want you to watch it. It's so scary. But like a lot of spirits in general, a lot of demons. There are some people that are just way more susceptible to being possessed by the Wendigo. People who are greedy, gluttonous, which definitely reinforces the idea that the Wendigo is a cultural like reinforcement of be a good person, don't be greedy, don't be gluttonous.
Like a folk tale to make the children behave.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
It's like if you don't behave, the witch is gonna come get you. Okay, it's a cautionary tale. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like don't be a greedy fuck, help the whole tribe, or become a Wendigo, right?
Okay.
Warns against individualism. It also
You're saying the Wendigo would not like me.
No.
Sorry, guys. I'd be the first one dead. Carry on.
Oh, yeah. And all they would have to do is be like, you're hungry. I'd be like, oh, fuck. All right. I'm eating them.
Okay, so with that being said, with the fact that this Wendigo can specifically take over people's bodies in their sleep, there's like no evidence outside that shows that they've been... So, was there people that were persecuted because people are like, oh, they're acting this way, so therefore, okay, I'll wait. Okay. Okay.
Now.
I'll be good. I'll wait.
if it's a spirit possession of a Wendigo, I didn't see a lot of information about the physical looks, but I have to assume that if it is like kind of like The Exorcist, where she slowly kind of looked fucked up. Same thing with if you just become a Wendigo from eating flesh, you start looking, you start getting sunken eyes. So eventually, I think they would start looking fucked up, and people would be like, "Wait a minute," and they start craving human flesh. So it'd be pretty obvious at that point. But bu- 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 also, yeah, I want to discuss how fucking rude it is that someone's already starving and this demon is like, you know what? I see you're really hungry. I'm gonna take your body. Is that cool? Is it cool if I just take your fucking skin and wear it and make you eat people since you're real hungry? Like they're already starving to death. Just so rude. But it was also, like you said earlier, it was also used as a cautionary tale to warn children: don't go in the fucking woods. Don't go in the woods. Don't wander off. Behave, or the Wendigo is gonna come and eat your flesh. Right? Um, Now these tribes would also perform dances, right? As you know, a lot of times there'd be all kinds of different tribal dances, but they did this specifically during times of like hunger and famine, and in especially rough winters, to warn about to reinforce like, hey, don't fucking eat your friends, like, don't
Fair.
don't eat your friends, please, like, don't do it. Um, but the first written, now again, I want to say this is the first written example of the Wendigo story. I'm assuming it had been going on for a long time before this through the tribe being passed down as they do. Um, it was first written by a French missionary. Boo.
Boo.
Back in
Boo.
1636.
Everybody,
Boo.
everybody,
Boo.
boo.
Boo the
Boo.
missionaries. Boo.
Boo. Everybody,
Boo. Boo.
boo.
They
Booze
boo.
in the chat. Get your booze in the
Boo.
chat. All the booze.
Boo.
We're gonna thumbs down the
Missionaries
booze.
suck. Boo.
Yeah,
Boo the
boo.
missionaries.
Yeah,
Boo.
boo. Boo
But
indeed.
boo. Boo this man. But it was a French missionary, and he was living amongst the Algonquin people in modern Quebec, and this was in 1636, which is forever ago. So just imagine how long that story had been circulating through their tribe, right? And all the other tribes.
I'll be back.
Okay, babe.
I'll be back. I'm grabbing more wine. Actually, I'm
Yes,
still
get your
listening.
wine, get your
I'm still
wine.
listening. Go on. Go on.
Are you
Go on.
sure?
Yeah, I'm still listening.
I don't mind pausing. Okay. So, the story that was written back in 1636 by this French missionary who was living with the Algonquin people, was a warning given to him by a woman gave him of an Achin, which was another name for a Wendigo, eating members of the tribe. And she told him, hey, people are going to keep getting eaten until you get the fuck out of here. Like, she wanted the missionaries out, is my assumption. There wasn't a lot of details, but she was saying, like, hey, a bunch of tribes are getting eaten because you pieces of shit are in our, living in our tribes and whatever else. And this is actually touching on what you asked, my dear Daku.
I'm here. I'm present.
So, there was a term coined back in the early 20th century.
Okay.
And it was called Wendigo psychosis. Daku pours glass and drinks from the bottle. Hey, that you don't want to take what you just drank. You have to fill it from the actual bottle, all right?
Wait, this is an actual, like medical name for it. Hold on.
Yep.
They had a medical name for it called the Wendigo psychosis.
Psychosis, yep. How cool is that?
That's pretty awesome, but also terrifying.
Yeah.
The fact that they're putting a name amongst it is like making it more real, and I don't like this.
Well, I feel like it's like with and this is just my personal beliefs. Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you. Don't let the Wendigo in. Bless you.
Oh shit. Works, God, no.
Guarding.
I've been blessed. Please go away.
Suddenly, I really want human flesh.
All of a sudden, I want to close my front door because I was leaving the door open for some wind, but now I'm like, maybe not. Maybe not.
So, Wendigo psychosis was used mostly by missionaries and a few psychologists during the turn of the 20th century as a
Your
cultural bound syndrome.
your camera's
So, nope,
your
yep,
camera's blurring.
sometimes I have to do this. If you see me going towards the camera, is because I'm trying to get its shit together. Get it together.
Did the light
it
source
together.
change in your room?
No, I don't think so.
Put your hand over the camera lens and then remove it and see if it focuses. There we go. Oh,
Okay, that's a good tip.
okay, there we
Yeah.
go.
There we go. Okay.
Okay.
So this was used by some psychiatrists too, and this was like a cultural bound syndrome among Native and First Nations people.
Wait, hold on. Sorry to
It's
interrupt.
okay.
Wendigos,
I was almost going to do skinwalkers. I was so close to
they're
doing skinwalkers.
okay, they're different.
Yes.
They're
Absolutely. So a skinwalker is they're both like tribal lore. They both, I think,
I know
root
that
from
skinwalkers
Native.
like mimic your appearance and mimic your voice. I don't think when Wendigos do
skinwalkers
that.
usually come in they can actually. They can.
Wendigos
Plus,
can
they
do
take-
that? Ah.
Wendigos can not only do that, but they take over people's bodies or become from that person, so they sound like that person anyway. So someone will go find their loved one that walked off into the woods a couple days ago who had been eating somebody, and all of a sudden they're a Wendigo, and they'd be like, "Hey, Becky, it's me, Susie, come into the woods. I'm totally not gonna eat your fucking skin."
Oh, I'm
And she's
hurt.
like, "Oh,
I
Becky!"
tripped.
And then she like runs in the woods and dies. you know?
I'm hurt. I tripped over a twig. Somebody
Oh,
help
I'm
me.
so injured. Please,
I'm
not
so
gonna eat you.
helpless. Okay, sorry. Sorry.
But this is a syndrome that was specifically for those groups of people, right? The First Nations people and the Native people. It's just like with some different cultures.
I have the question.
Sure.
Were women mostly diagnosed with Wendigo? Is it primarily women that were diagnosed with the Wendigo psychosis?
Actually, the two cases I saw were both men. And
Interesting.
it was now these are only documented cases obviously, but they're both people that slaughtered their whole families pretty much and like ate them. And they were like, "Oh, it's the Wendigo. No, it's the Wendigo. It made me do it. It made me eat my family." Yeah.
Is there a test to prove if you are or aren't possessed by Wendigo?
Not that I saw. So
people would just be like, I guess you were taken over by a Wendigo. Like,
most of the time they weren't believed, and a lot of times these situations were handled by the tribe, so it would be up to the tribe to decide, are they possessed? And then sometimes I did read that sometimes they would try to do ceremonies and stuff, but it's a very debated topic if Wendigo psychosis was even real. So it's very debated among psychiatrists, right?
okay.
So symptoms included delusions of becoming possessed by an evil spirit, and we see this example in a lot of cultures, right? Catholics,
The
believe,
witches.
Witches, all kinds of stuff, like just demon possession in general. Very normal in the sense of like most cultures have something like that, right? And a lot of times it's mental illness, right? We know that now. Most time it's just people that are mentally ill. But it's they believe they're possessed by evil spirit. They become very depressed, violent, and of course they crave human flesh. And again, I want to point out how similar that is to every other kind of possession in all different kinds of cultures. Violence, paranoia, depression. Again, mostly mental illness. And it makes sense that back then they didn't understand, right? They didn't understand mental illness. They didn't understand. It was a lot easier to explain, like, oh, my loved one went crazy and ate her baby because she was possessed by a Wendigo, right? Like, it's a lot easier than being like, oh, it was just their mind. So, now again, this syndrome in general was back then and still today very debated because there's only a few examples, and they very much thought it was more of an excuse than an actual condition, right?
Okay.
So very debated, just like with, again, any kind of possession, demons, blah blah blah. Are there demons? Is a person just mentally ill and a psycho that murders their family? Who knows? Now for centuries, and this makes sense as well, indigenous artists and activists have drawn on the Wendigo legend, literally and metaphorically, to address like colonialism. I can't say that word. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Colonizing.
yeah.
Destruction of the environment and violence towards tribes, which makes sense, right?
Yeah.
And since the 19th century, the legend of the Wendigo has not only inspired like indigenous writers and creatives, but also non-indigenous ones. Um, one example I could find was a book of the future U.S. President Theodore Roosevelt, and it was called The Wilderness Hunter. And this was a story that he wrote after staying, I believe, with a tribe or like in the woods, like and he wrote about a bear like beast that stalks the camp of hunters and only leaves one alive to tell its tale. Now, this is another debated thing. It's debated whether or not the book was about Wendigos or about Sasquatch. Now, shout out to our own little floofy floof,
Hi, Floopy boy.
John.
Actually, me and Misa were having a discussion that maybe next month we might do our own
Yes.
Bigfoot Sasquatch stories just for you, John. We were gonna look up topics and we were gonna each discuss a different
There's so many. There's so many different types.
Sasquatch like cryptid story.
There's all kinds from Yeti to Sasquatch to the skunk ape. When I was doing the surprise for stream, the end of it with all the different things I told you about, holy shit, the amount of cryptids that are just different types of Bigfoot or Sasquatch is fucking insane.
John says, "Stop gossiping about me."
We're gossiping about your people.
I guess it was really the Wendigo and not the Sasquatch. Clearly, our Sasquatch says that they didn't do it.
The Squatch would never eat human flesh.
Yeah, that's what he just said. So I guess so. You are wonderful. I'm glad you're enjoying. You guys are having fun. I'm glad.
You, Rose.
Thank you, Rose. We're so happy to have you guys here. I hope you guys enjoyed the topics so far. And I think Miso is doing a fantastic job. So
stop. You're fantastic.
We're so gay for each other, it's ridiculous.
Oh god, I'm so fucking gay for you.
All right, no more. Okay. John says, "You don't know me." Are you saying you're the one that ate the flesh of all these people and left one witness during Rosie's visit? Were you the one? Were you the one that killed everybody around Teddy? That's not very nice. That's a very naughty Sasquatch. Very naughty Sasquatch indeed.
A hungy.
It sounds like you're fessing up to it. You're putting you're making yourself look guilty here.
Now you know what though? Sasquatch are supposed to smell really bad, just like the Wendigo.
Maybe Sasquatches are Wendigos. I feel like giants are Wendigos now. Skinwalkers are Wendigos. Sasquatches are Wendigos.
That's what's crazy about the Wendigo is it has such a different there's the depictions. It could be either a giant that just gets bigger as it eats your friends and family, or like this creepy little or your friends and family creeping around, in the shadows waiting to rip your little face off, just like Nelly, or not Nelly, like Nelly's horse.
Snippy, lady.
Lady.
We will respectfully call her lady.
Lady.
The lady. My lady.
Lady. But let me see. Oh, but of course, just like I said earlier, you can see the influence of the Wendigo in a lot of things, a lot of pulp culture, video games, movies. Even if they aren't called a Wendigo, you can see a lot of there's a lot of, scary movies and books and shit where, someone eats a person or they're starving and they eat somebody and it, very much, sparks that same idea.
I feel weird because I have never ever heard of a Wendigo until you mentioned it to me, and I'm all like, is that like a beaver? Is that like a wampus? Like what? And now you're telling me it's nothing at all like that, and I'm scared. So I had no idea what a Wendigo was beforehand.
And the skinwalkers, I forgot to finish that thought. So skinwalkers, they usually look like werewolves almost. I think that's what they're most commonly seen as before they can turn into any animal, any person. They can mimic any voice. So they could be in the woods like, hey help, I'm a baby, I need assistance. And you're like, oh fuck, let me go help this baby.
Y'all,
You're
let me
dead.
just tell you guys, if I go past the woods and I hear a little girl crying, I'm sorry, you guys. I probably won't save this child. Because I'll be like, nope, that's a skinwalker. I will call for help. Because no. No, 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 no. I'm going to be a terrible person.
I'd be just get my gun.
I'll be like, nope. Nope, not today. Not today. Watch it be a real kid and I'd feel like a total dick. But, you know.
Like, where are you going? What the fuck?
Better safe than sorry. I'll ask for some help. I'll be back. Just lie there. I'll be back.
I'm gonna call somebody. Yeah.
I'll be back. I think.
Don't go anywhere.
Stay here somewhere. Ray's all like, almost a beaver, Daku. Almost a beaver.
So close to be. They can be furry. They're both furry.
Okay.
Have you ever seen ancient beavers? So I went to the museum recently. They were fucking huge. They were bigger than my ass. I'm only 4'10", but they were still fucking huge. Like, bite your fucking arms off huge. Thank God that they aren't around, because I would shit my pants. I would not be okay. I would not be okay with that kind of beaver. They also had, what was it?
You're saying that's a real big beaver.
That's a real big
It's too much beaver
baby.
for you to handle.
There's not too much beaver for me to handle. I am the beaver queen, if you will.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Twitch is gonna be like, no. You guys can't stay anymore. You can't stay. How did we get here?
Oh no! I mentioned
We get there.
And then Mugbird's like, furry? I heard furry. So we are
She's been summoned.
we are spiraling. Let's get
Sometimes beavers can be furry sometimes, yes.
It's a choice thing, okay? Some like to have a naked beaver, some prefer to have a furry beaver, okay?
Some like to have a beaver with a landing strip, you know? Welcome entrance. You know,
it's the landing strip to the tail. It's just a strip of hair towards the tail. Okay.
This is where we make our dams.
Keep on spiraling. We're gonna keep on spiraling. Oh my god, how do we find our epicenter? How do we get back? Let's get back to reality. Oh my god, I spiraled way out. Sorry, Ray, sorry. We were talking about Wendigos. There we go. And all right, so Teddy Roosevelt. Let's go. Okay, wait, so, it's Teddy, right? It's Teddy Roosevelt. It's that Roosevelt. Okay, it's good old Teddy. All right.
Roosevelt.
Party boy Teddy. Let's go, party boy Teddy.
Party boy Teddy indeed.
Party boy Teddy.
But yeah, his story, you know, he experienced some weird shit in the woods apparently, and I'm pretty sure he's the guy that used to like fist fight bears and like kangaroos and shit. So
yeah, he was known as a very wild one, and he was they hit a lot of his shenanigans, as president. So
and he had the cool daughter, I think.
Carry on. Sorry.
He had the daughter that he was like, I can either run the country or take care of my daughter. I can't do both. But she would wear pants and smoke cigarettes. I like her.
Well, her dad was a wild one, so that makes sense. And that she herself would be a wild one.
Inherited them genes. But so,
right.
Honestly, I thought I'd be able to stretch that a little longer. I'm not gonna lie to you. But that's pretty much, you know, that's the gist of the Wendigo.
Wow.
So, remember, no matter how fucking hungry you get, do not eat human flesh.
But what
Don't
if
do it.
What if it's the zombie apocalypse and we go and visit that one place and that one thing where they were serving humans as actual food to the people in
you're talking about
Walking Dead. What was the name of the place?
This.
What was the name
Starts
of the sanctuary?
With an A or something.
It was like a sanctuary of some sort, but really was not. Yes. Terminus! No. That's the place. Ugh.
Terminus. What, A? I don't know where I got A from.
So what I've learned from Wendigos is 0 out of 5 stars. I would not recommend. I would not fuck with I would not swipe on Tinder. I would not. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm good. No, thank you. If that is one of the ones that's like smash or pass, it will definitely be a a giant
Ass.
pass. Just a giant pass. And I'm like, he takes eating in a
No
different
thanks.
direction. No,
I
thank
was about to
you.
say, they know how to eat, but they eat a little too much, you know. They go a little too far with the eating.
All
And boom. I hate this camera. It is pissing me off. I just want to fight it.
So that is Wendigos. Is it Wendangos
Ooh.
or Wendigos?
Wendigo.
That is Wendigos and Lady the Horse for y'all. Oh my
Poor
god.
lady.
I hope you guys had fun. It was hopefully that it wasn't too choppy. We tried our best.
That's the point of a podcast. That flow, that back and forth, baby. That's what they're here for. Italian hands.
I like how we spiraled into conversations about beavers at the very end of your story, but you had like one sentence left, and
Yeah.
I'm all like, let me interrupt your last sentence by taking us out and taking us to the beaver dome.
Beaver Dome. No. Not the Beaver Dome. Oh, fuck. I can't. It's like the Thunderdome, but full of beaver. All kinds of beaver. Bald, hairy, landing strip. Wendigo. There's a
But,
fucking
yeah.
Wendigo in there.
Wow. Okay, so I've never heard of Wendigos, and now I know.
How
Like I said,
freaky, right?
0 out of 5 stars. Do not recommend encountering.
That like some of these
Also-
mythos are fucking creepy.
I personally will not run to a child in the forest.
Nope.
I personally will not do that because
Nope.
apparently it's a common
Nope.
trick by many mythical creatures and many supernatural creatures. Apparently that's a trick. So
Oh yeah.
now I'm just like, there's a child crying in the woods. What do I do? I will.
Well, they
I
play
will-
on that instinct of the human instinct of, oh, let me protect the young, you know.
Winnebagos are scary. Are they though? Aren't Winnebagos cars? What is a
Winnebagos are like big RVs.
Okay, they are cars. Winnebagos.
Yeah. Bangos is what we call them. You can put a mattress in them. Some
Ray's
bitches.
like, I'd be like, I have my own problems to deal with. Children in the woods. I'm sorry. I will
would
have
call
to
the
pass.
cops. That's their fucking problem.
Be like,
not mine.
cops, firemen. There's child in
anyone
the
else.
woods over
Anyone
there.
else.
Over there in the woods, a child.
Not only that, but real life humans use kids like car seats and shit to lure people to like rob them and shit. So no, thank you. So I'm either
Ooh.
gonna get robbed or eaten by a fucking spiritual demon. So I'm solid. Sorry, champ. Sorry, little Timmy. I'll go get the fire depart.
As much as I don't like Wendigos, I really enjoyed your story, and you did a very, very
Sorry,
good job.
I try.
You did a
I tried.
very
I
good
feel
job.
like
I hope
Thank
it was
you.
entertaining. I hope you guys had fun.
Yes, I hope so too.
So this is going to be our setting for the charity event, which is coming up. So you guys, let me just talk about a few things before we end stream and find
Yes.
someone to read out to. We've
course.
got, well, we just finished this, so I'll make the second flyer for episode 2, so we don't need that anymore. So we've got the spooky spectacle for the Chesticles coming up this month on October 20th until the 22nd. It will be a bunch of streamers working together to try and raise money for Keep Abreast Foundation. This is the schedule thus far. We've got a bunch of different streamers with different things that they're going to present to you while we try and raise money and bring some focus to this charity. The Keep Abreast Foundation is a charity it's a nonprofit organization that focuses on education and prevention of breast cancer, and they have a great Instagram that has daily postings every day of either the artwork that they have on the cast that they've made on the breast cancer survivors. There's also different information and different they just have a really cute. I really, really love their Instagram, and I like seeing their feed pop up. They had one that just showed different sized women, and they were very inclusive. So
Ooh.
I absolutely love them.
Yes, I just saw that one. It was very focused on women of color, especially because we know that women of color, especially, and men, like you said earlier, are pushed aside, and not taken as seriously from medical communities, and they don't have, a lot of times there's just not access, right? It's been not inclusive. So it's really amazing that they are taking that step forward and making sure the people that are usually left aside get brought in. And
Yeah, and-
remember, armpits, boobies.
Check your boobies.
Yes,
Everyone
dimples,
check your
pimples,
boobies.
Any new cyst, pimples, dimples, discharge from your nips.
And
All signs to look for.
don't freak out. Chests are naturally lumpy because they're made out of
Yes.
fat, but like you'll know a difference, especially if you do it enough,
Yes.
you'll be able to tell what
Yes.
your situation is there. So if there's something unusual, then get it looked at. Please, you guys.
Yes.
It's really, really important. Like I
It's
said,
put your
cancer
arm up.
is,
You feeling?
yeah, cancer is the devil, and we got to make sure that, we try our best to stay healthy. And yeah, I hope you guys had fun. I look forward to seeing you guys. Well, I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for some Fortnite with friends.
Yes.
But I am looking forward to seeing you guys for the charity event. You guys, seriously, it would mean the world to us. If you don't have money to donate, that's okay. Your company,
Share the word.
yeah, share the word, and your company and you being present while we're doing this is important. It's great because it gives the streamers the energy and the drive to keep on going and try their hardest to try and raise awareness and money for this really good charity. Thank you for the people that donate to the charity today. Like I said, anyone that donates during my streams or Miso streams for the entire month of October will be added to our raffle, which we'll be drawing at the end of the month. The raffle will be for some booby saver bracelets. We've got some very cute pink and purple spiders. And we also have dice bags that were made by the amazing Moffle Cat. And we have my spooky heart stickers, my spooky heart booba stickers right over here. So here's they are. This is one pack right here. We're giving away 3. Each pack has 10 different boobies in here with different spooky designs. And, well, different spooky designs plus the cow designs. The cow designs are my boobas, actually. Those are inspired by my boobas. So you guys will have a shape, like you'll have an idea of my boobas by the stickers. So we've got 10 hearts in each of these packs, and we're giving away 3 of these packs. We're giving away the booby saver bracelets. We're giving away the dice bags and the spiders. All of those are going to be in one bundle, and we have 3 bundles that we've made, and it's going to be for 3 lucky winners. So if you donate
so
to the
cute.
yeah, aren't they cute? And they're also the color of the Keep Abreast Foundation logo, which is
Yes.
purple and pink. So we made sure that we got them customized and made per the color. And they have movable arms and stuff like that, so you can kind of see it. So they're cute. Like you can see like their little their skeleton right over here. So we'll be giving those away. So it's a bundle of the dice bag, the spider, the bracelet, and the stickers, and we have 3 of them that we're going to be giving away. So if you wanted to donate, it's just !C donate. If you wanted to learn more about the charity, just go and look !charity. And if you don't, if you want to get further information, you can always follow their Instagram. Like I said, they update their Instagram quite frequently, and I've spoken to the person that runs their Instagram, and she is so sweet, and she is so excited that we're doing this for them. This is going to be our 2nd year doing it for them. The Black Collar Collective, like, we hold this close to us, and the Black Collar Collective is really going to try their hardest to raise that money for a great cause. We all love boobies. We all want to save the boobies. So yeah, let's go ahead and take care of that. Thank you everyone who hung out with us. For those of you guys that don't know, my name is Daku. This is my channel. But if you love this beautiful, beautiful lady right next to me right over here, this is my amazing waifu, Mesoothornye. If we can get a shout out for if we can get a shout out for the beautiful Mesoothornye, she does a lot of horror streams. That's why she likes to talk about the creepy creatures. For me, I'm like, I'm gonna do alien abductions. She's just like, I'm gonna do the Wendigo, and I'm like, what the fuck is a Wendigo?
Monsters that hang out in the woods and eat people.
But yeah, if you guys haven't followed her, give her a follow, show her some love. I love her energy, and I hope you guys liked our banter. And I will be actually posting this stream on my YouTube. It's probably gonna be the only content that I post on my YouTube. So every time we do a podcast, which we're planning to do this once a month. We're gonna have to coordinate our time and do this once a month.
Right.
But our next one isn't until the 21st and the 22nd. So we've got some 2 big topics for you guys on those dates, and I'm excited for this topic. My topic, like I said, I'm like not done with research, and I already have 4 pages. It's very interesting, very fun, and you know, it's really, really great. So with that being said, my name is Daku. This is Miso. We are the Thicc and Spooky Ghouls, and maybe someday we can get other Thicc and Spooky Ghouls to join our little podcast to tell us their own creepy stories. Well, we'll get there
Ooh, that's a
eventually.
good idea.
Yeah, and then we're
Spooky
just
circle.
like, if we get enough, we'll just call them the Spooky Ghouls Club, and we get to all be Spooky Ghouls Club. So I hope you guys had fun. I hope you enjoyed the topics. I hope we were interesting enough, and you guys like enjoyed it. Let's go ahead and take this over to someone else. Let me go ahead and get into
Now,
this
Before
stream.
we raid out,
Yes, baby.
I wanted to say thank you to you specifically because you put so much fucking work into this. Look at all the stuff you
Rose!
did.
Rose!
Look at all the cool. Woo!
She
Look
gave.
at that.
Thank you for that
Woo!
donation, Rose. Oh my
Look
God.
at those tassels.
We're
Thank
almost
you,
like
Rose.
we're more than halfway to
Yeah,
our
we
goal,
are.
our
I
first
told
goal.
you, baby.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank you so much, Rose.
If you guys don't
And
know
thank you,
Rose,
Daku.
Rose is one of the most supportive streamers
Yes.
I know out there. This girl posts things on her Instagram. She posts about all of the people that she supports. She supports so many streamers. You guys should really check her out. She's a very cute, cozy streamer, and her energy and vibe is always so sweet. So please,
Rose
please,
is so nice to watch.
take a look at Rose. And like I said, like, her vibe is great, and the amount of support she shows the people is absolutely amazing and absolutely so sweet. And again, thank you so much for that $20 donation. That means so much.
That's so generous.
And we're getting little by little to our first goal. We've got our
Yeah.
big push that's going to be on the 20th until the 22nd, but the charity will be open for the entire month of October. And if you can't afford to donate now, but you want to, don't worry, you have till the end of October. If not, go ahead and tell other people about this and get them
Yes.
to come over here. And if they want to
Watch
donate,
people's
it'd be great.
streams during the event. It helps. Every view helps. So.
And it also, like, I love charity raid trains because
Yes.
you get exposed to streamers that you would have never
Mhm.
thought to look up, or they wouldn't have popped up in your feed, and you might vibe with some of them. I met Miso through one of our
Yeah.
the Black Collar Collective, and I immediately vibed with her, and
Immediately.
now we're doing a podcast together. So so please,
I love it.
please come and join us. See all the awesome streamers. They all have something new and unique to show you guys, and we are so excited for this. Like I said, this is a important charity. It's very close to my heart. It's important to everyone because breast cancer affects everybody.
Cancer, yeah, but say cancer touches so many lives, and it's just so important to raise awareness.
Yeah, it really is. So let me go ahead and take a look at who we can bring this raid out to. Please stay for the raid. Show the next streamer some love and support. I really, really love you guys. I really, really appreciate you guys. We're going to go ahead
Thank
and
you
take
for having
this.
me, beautiful.
Of course, we're going to go ahead and take this over to the Goddess Mojo Jojo, another one of my waifus. Let's go ahead and show her some love, please. She's unable to participate in the charity event, but she is trying to
She's so
she is
amazing.
trying to promote it as much as possible. So let's go ahead and raid over to Mojo. If you are a subscriber, the first raid message is for you. If you're not subscribed, that's okay. The second raid message is for you as well. If you want to copying and pasting that, let's go ahead and take this party over to the beautiful Mojo. I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this thick and spooky ghouls, and we can't wait to see you guys together for our next spooky ooky story. All right, I love you guys.
Just
Let's
me
raid.
dabbing us out.
And again, check out Miso, show her some love, and I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you have feedback, send me a message and I'll try and fix it. And if you have topic suggestions that you want me to research, let me know.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and raid over to Mojo. I love you guys. Goodbye.
Aw. I think that went fabulously.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and raid over to
Of work?
Miso.
DakuBara!